My name is Chuck Striplen. I'm a member of the OMCA tribal band from the Monterey Bay region of California. I'm also an associate environmental scientist with the San Francisco Estuary Institute and a PhD candidate at UC Berkeley. I decided to focus on dendrochronology for part of the work that I do because trees are really able to tell a story the way not many other plants or any other organisms can. Trees, especially redwoods, record climate, they record fire within their tissues. Fire was used by tribes throughout California to manage many different elements of the landscape. They managed oaks, managed grasslands, managed shrub communities. Fire was very restorative in many cases. It cycles nutrients through the systems a lot faster. Yeah, the difference between applications of fire historically and today are pretty much like night and day. Fire is largely feared today. There's almost 100% suppression of fires. 200-300 years ago, people had a very different relationship with fire. It was a tool. It was a natural part of the landscape that were occupied by people for thousands of years. Today, it's still a natural part of the landscape, and people are still the primary source of ignition for fires, but we fear it as a destructive force rather than a rejuvenative force. Rather than a conflict or a contrast with native belief systems, as a native scientist, I believe that our belief systems can actually help improve how science is done. As a native person and native to the region, it's especially compelling for me to be able to do this kind of work. One of the aspects of our culture that really hasn't changed in the last 200 years is our regard and our respect and our admiration for our natural world. And what dendroecology, what science in general allows me to do is become better informed about our world and using the tools that science has to offer. But asking the questions and some of the assumptions that are built into how that science is conducted is really coming from a native perspective.